Hold on a second, my camera's fucked up. 1 second. Okay, there. Hi guys, how are you? I don't know if my camera's gonna fuck up again. I don't know what its fucking problem is, but if my camera fucks up, I might have to end my stream. Hi Astro, how are you doing? Oh wait, you went to SAC Anime in Cali? Wait, that's around the area. Oh wait, should I be doxing myself? You know, it doesn't matter. I live near the capital of California. I mean, I'm not in SAC, but I'm near the capital of it. But yeah. Hi V, hi Jelly Fox, hi Astro, hi Jill, hi everybody. Oh, my camera's fucking up again. Hold on 1 second. Hold on a second. Okay, I don't know what my camera's fucking problem is. I'm gonna have to move it or something. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. So how's everybody doing? Yeah, I know, I did dox myself, but you know what, it doesn't matter because there's so many places around California where I'm like talking about that you're never gonna find me. And if you do find me, fucking hell, well, good job. You know? But yeah, that's dope that you went to SAC Anime. Oh, I just remembered I forgot to take my meds. You guys, it's right here, right in front of my face. Every morning. I even have an alarm set to take them. But, you know, whatever. Where's my water at? 1 second while I medicate. So you guys want to hear something whack about California? Speaking of California, so we have these goofy ass like med stream. Let's go. Yeah, make sure you take your meds, guys. We have these goofy ass laws here, squatters laws, where like if somebody breaks in your house or they don't leave when they're supposed to leave, they can just stay. They can just stay, right? And I've been watching these videos of people like trying to get squatters out of their house by just being annoying as fuck, and it's just been cracking me up. The convention was nice, but I got claustrophobia, so yeah, there's a lot of people at those things. Jeez, I hope you're okay, because whenever I go to the Asian food store, I always feel really cramped because it's a really small store, and I had to go outside last time we went there. Shadows of doubt reignited my passion for dystopian fiction settings. Yeah, I'm glad. A homeless guy shit on the street and was going wild on the walk back to the car. Well, yeah. That's California for you. Welcome to Cali. Squatters' rights make no sense. No, they don't. Somebody can break into your house and basically just claim residence there, tell the police that they're tenants, and then they have the right to stay there until you legally evict them. It's really bad. California laws make no fucking sense. There's a reason why people talk shit about this state all the time. We also have a huge homeless problem that the governor doesn't seem interested in fixing. How can it be an issue to kick someone out of your property? Because of the laws that we have in our state. You have to get a proper eviction to remove somebody. Dude, you guys, I've been like this lady like legally wouldn't leave someone's house, right? And it was like they called the cops, couldn't get her out, and so the owner ended up having her annoying ass brother and his friends like come in and just be super annoying. Kind of, essentially, Jill. And just be super annoying by playing music hella loud, smoking hella weed, like back-to-back blunts, playing like brain rot shit fucking loud, and then just like banging, like they were like banging on the wall of a room and just doing all this kind of stuff. Oh, the beaches out here are nice, Astro. Cali's nice. I mean, I like it here. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm just saying, we have some goofy ass laws. We have a huge homeless problem that the government doesn't want to like address, and amongst other things. But I like it here. It's not bad. Our beaches are nice. I have a friend who might be moving here soon. We'll see. Not 100% sure on that, but she might be moving here. She's moving from another shitty state to a shitty state. But to answer your question, Jill, yeah, you can waltz into an abandoned home here in California, start staying there, and then, like, the law will back you because, like, it's a civil issue where they have to bring it to... You saw the gas bill? Oh, yeah, prices in California are off the hook. When my friend came to visit here, she was like, I will never forgive California for charging $8 for coconut water. $5 for a gallon. Yup. Our gas prices are... Everything is super high here. How much is the gas where you are? Oh, you guys, I started keto again. You guys want to hear something? I've been so down and depressed lately. That's why I haven't streamed, by the way. V said she was sad to see I wasn't around. But the reason why is because I've been depressed. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to lie. 2 to 3 in Texas. That's amazing prices, Astro. Holy shit. I've been, like, down on myself because I gained weight, and, like, my phone has this thing on it where it shows me pictures from, like, 5, 6, 7 years ago when I was much thinner, and it just made me so depressed how much I let myself go, and I wanted to lose. That's why I started keto again. I was like, I'm tired of, like, not losing weight, even though I'm on a restrictive ass diet. That was your headcanon that I was depressed. Yeah, I've been really fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm better now. That's why I decided to stream. I wanted to stream for you guys. I know you guys do actually enjoy watching me stream, but I've been, like, down as fuck. Like, the other day I actually cried. Yes, I am super anxious and depressed. Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee on stream. If you didn't notice, that kind of brings the mood up. But, like, I have, like, depression as well as schizophrenia, major depression. That's why I take an antidepressant and an antipsychotic. And, like, the antidepressants worked for a little while, but then, like, they don't work that well, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to put this, but if you're depressed about some external factor, like, for me, it's weight, then antidepressants aren't going to change anything until you lose the weight or until you fix whatever that external factor is, right? And, like, that's the problem for me. I love your streams, are the highlight of my day always, but I wouldn't want you to feel pressured into streaming when you'd rather not. Oh, no, I know. I'll stream. I know you guys like watching me stream and stuff, but reason why I'm a caffeine addict. Yeah, no, Astro is super addicted to caffeine. You were telling me how much caffeine you drink at night, and I was worried about your heart. Hey, T, how are you? You're depressed for long enough and you actually become better at hiding it and appearing happy and normal. That's true, Jill. That's absolutely true. And I've been depressed most of my life. You guys, it's really just a weight gain thing. Like, I'm just depressed about the weight I gained over the last couple of years, because what happened was I quit smoking cigarettes, which I'm very proud of quitting smoking cigarettes. But man, I gained so much weight after I quit smoking cigarettes because all I did was eat candy and lay around and be fat. I don't even know how to explain it. Just I had really bad habits, very American habits, you know what I mean? Oh, I know how you know, Jill. You're in the same boat with the rest of us. Depressed people are the best actors. They really are. They should win Oscars for their performances, because you have to go to work and put on a smiley face and act like everything's fine. You have to talk to people. Yeah, people ask you if you're okay, and, like, you have to tell them that you're fine. Isn't that a meme? You tell them that everything's fine or some shit. But people ask you if you're okay. They're like, how are you doing? Are you okay? How's life? What's going on? And you just tell them that everything's fine. But in reality, everything's not fine. And you're actually really fucked up in the head. You know what I mean? But what are you gonna do? You know? You can't... I think watching physical change in your body has some of the most positive negative effects on you. Yeah, and, like, I've been losing weight, but it's been so slow because of my thyroid condition. It's been the slowest fucking climb ever. And I got stuck in this cycle of, like, super restriction for, like, a couple weeks and then just binging after 2 weeks. And that fucks up your ability to, like, lose weight, right? So, like, you guys, I would restrict for 1,000 calories for, like, 2 weeks, right? 1,000 to 1,200. And 1,200's fine, but 1,000 might be too little for me, I'm going to be honest with you. Because total restriction led to me just binging. Like, I would be like Sundays. I would make it to Sunday. I would do really good on the diet all week. and then I'd make it to Sunday, and I would just get like temptation fatigue and just like start fucking like eating whatever in sight, and like that fucked up my weight loss plan, you know, because obviously I have a thyroid condition, so I get like cravings anyway, and it's real bad. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me, and I've been really depressed about it. The other day, my best friend said I seemed thinner after not seeing her in person half a month, and it was such a highlight for me. Yeah, right? When my mom told me I was losing weight last time she saw me, it felt so good. She was like, hey, you're losing weight. And I'm like, good. There's, like, I'm losing the weight. It's just taking forever. But that's why I started keto this week, because number one, it works fast. Number two, like, it keeps you full, and it has mental benefits. Like, I've been watching this chick on, I can't think of what, Living Well with Schizophrenia is her channel. And yeah, American food, Astro. American food is full of calories. Everything is hell expensive or jam-packed with calories and bad chemicals. Yes, absolutely. But anyway, I've been watching this chick called Living Well with Schizophrenia. She's a good channel if you're ever interested in like learning things about schizophrenia and seeing like somebody like go through it. And she started doing medical keto, and it like helped her with her breakthrough symptoms and everything like that. And like I wanted to try it, you know, try to do keto to see what would happen. And you know, like I said, I got caught in this cycle of restriction and binging, and then like being depressed about my weight and stuff. But yeah, I'm back to streaming. I'm probably gonna stream twice this week. I might game today, I'm not sure. I got this game called Fields of Mistria. It's basically Stardew, but cooler. I might play that, or maybe I'll play the boss rush on Stellar Blade. Depends. I've beat every boss like 2-3 times. I'm willing to do it again. Other people that haven't seen you in a long time is a good indicator of what you lost. Yeah. Yeah, my mom sees me like once every couple months, so. What were you saying? Fuck the social contract. Everyone at work kind of makes meme jumping off cliff jokes. Yeah, but you can't be doing that when you work in customer service with customers. When customers are like, how are you doing? You can't be like, well, I want to kill myself. Well, excuse me, I don't want to kill myself, but, you know, you just can't do that. I've been swinging in terms of mood, so I get a high and then there's just a sudden crash. When I'm sad, I have a habit of eating my feelings. Yeah, me too, Astro. I start eating my feelings. Like, it's a vicious cycle because I'm sad about being overweight, right? And then I end up binging because I'm sad, which makes you gain more weight, right? So it's just like, I need to comb my hair. You guys, my hair just feels so, I don't know. It's so thin, by the way. That's another thing I got depressed about. When I was looking at old pictures of myself, my hair was like thicker and much nicer. And I'm like, dude, getting old sucks. Like, you start losing your hair and shit. By the way, I'm getting gray hairs, y'all. I got like a bunch of gray hairs. You guys can't see them, but they're all right here. I'm starting to get gray hair. I'm not going to dye my hair, though. I'm just going to, like, fucking leave it. You know, it's a badge of honor having gray hair. I like one of my bosses who just cracks jokes all the time. Such a goofball. He really lightens the mood. That's good that you have cool bosses. I've had some fucked up bosses over time, man. One time when I worked in the food service, like, my boss yelled at this dude. Oh, sorry about that. I keep my, what the hell is this? After school substitute teacher. Oh, it's an application. What? I'm not at Indeed. Okay, so one of the job programs that I use, because I'm trying to find a job right now, they're like, wait, after school substitute teacher role, the education team offers a flexible schedule and the opportunity to work with kids. They want me to apply or view the job description. Who is it? Actually the education team, or is it just them telling me? You know what, I'm gonna check it after I'm done streaming. I don't know if I can work with kids though, y'all. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think I would do good working with kids? I have a coworker that we laugh and make jokes with. Yeah, when I worked overnight, my coworkers, we laughed and made jokes with them, and it did make stuff more bearable. But you guys heard all the horror stories about Walgreens overnight, right? When I worked there overnight. Yeah, I don't think I'd work well with kids either, Astro. Like, dead serious. Like, I don't know if I could stand it. But I mean, it's some kind of after-school substitute teacher role. I don't know. They're like emailing me about it, so when I'm done streaming, I'll check on it. Tell them you're a streamer and they'll love you. Yeah, I'm sure they will. No, you can't. I can't have them see my streams though. Like, they'll, like, no way. The highlight of my work day is usually when I'm leaving with my coworkers. Yeah. Well, yeah, you work in the food service, Jill, and I used to work in the food service, and like, I had nothing but a bad time in food service. Like, it was never fun. It seems good at first, but then like you start getting, wait, what? Wait, Elena, oh my God, what's going on? What do you need to tell me? No, oh my God, I start info dumping about Nier and be like, yeah, so in Nier Replicant, you learned that he's not really human. Oh, that's a spoiler. But you know what? Nines isn't here, so I can spoil it. Sorry, I was checking the Discord. But yeah, like, I would probably info dump about how much Nier Automata changed my life. I can info dump about that shit right now. If you guys ever played Nier Automata, I don't want to ruin the ending or anything because I know Jill still wants to play it, and there's some people who haven't played it, and I highly recommend this game. Nier Automata is like such a good game. Hey Jelly Fox, how are you doing? Oh shit. Did I spoil it? Jelly Fox? No, you know what? Don't, just ignore me. Have you played Nier Automata? Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to spoil it. I'm sorry. I won't spoil the game anymore. Besides, me telling you that one little thing doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. The thing about these games is you have to experience them as a whole to get, like, the whole, like, thing. Like, I didn't really ruin anything for you. I'll be honest with you. Like, I told you, like, one thing that, yeah, it's a spoiler, but, like, you need to play the whole game to get the feeling that they're trying to get you out of it. You know what I mean? There's a feeling that Nier Automata and Nier Replicant have for you that they want you to feel. And, like, you have to play the game to get it. Like, the game taught me the importance of so much stuff about human beings and connection. And, like, I can't spoil that for you. I can't spoil that experience at all. You have to experience that firsthand. I mean, I would even say watching someone else play it, you still don't get the full feeling out of it. It's unbearable on keyboard and mouse. Well, yeah, it wasn't optimized good for... I know I already played it on my channel, but a lot of people haven't seen me play it. I don't want to spoil something that good. Besides, the Nier Automata is like... It's such a good game. Like, even if someone does spoil it for you, you still need to play it. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to spoil Nier Replicant for you. But I was playing Nier Replicant on the channel for a while. And then I just gave up because I was playing it on hard mode. And let me tell you guys something. That game is so badly scaled with hard mode. Like, the damage scaling is so bad. And like, oh my god. It was like such... And you have to play 5 times to get all the endings, right? It was such a fucking slog getting through every route and getting all the weapons and everything, and I just gave up playing. I could play today if you guys want me to. I might do some gaming later. It really depends on my feelings. Like I said, I'm a little depressed, so like, I don't even know how I've been able to talk this long and what I was talking about. Hi Josh, how are you doing? Dude, Josh, I just got an email for like a substitute teacher role in like at a town close to us. But yeah, like, I'm gonna apply because they emailed me asking me about it, and I'm gonna apply. We'll see. Stream Cyberpunk 2077. I don't even have Cyberpunk downloaded, and it's gonna take like an hour to download. Everything takes forever to download on my PlayStation. I still have Nier Replicant downloaded. Yeah, yeah, indeed. I got an email from like one of these like after school programs, and they said I should apply. So I'm gonna apply when I get off stream. Um, I don't think I would do well working with kids, but hey, I need a job, so I'm gonna try whatever I can, take whatever I can get. Um, so I'm gonna apply. I've been applying for like retail and food service. That's what I'm doing, Astro. I'm applying for everything. I'm casting a wide net. Retail, food service, everything. And if I get a shitty job, I get a shitty job. But, you know, shit happens. It's not like I haven't worked in a shitty job before. I mean, I worked in the food service for, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11 years altogether I've worked in the food service. And, like, I worked in customer service for a total, if you count the food service plus my customer service, it was over 15 years worth of customer service. Like, I've worked with customers so much, and like, I've seen the worst of people. Let me tell you, customer service is where you see the worst of people. Like, I was on stream last week, and I was sitting here telling you guys about my horror stories about when I worked for Walgreens overnight. And some of the stuff that I went through working at Walgreens overnight, like the guy who shit in the walk-in, the people who used to drink Listerine and sanitizer and all that crazy shit. That's the tip of the iceberg when it comes to working in customer service. And the food service is even worse because you're dealing with people when they're hungry. So they just take everything out on you. Like, I remember there was this lady who threw a salad at my boss for no reason because somebody made it wrong, and then I remade it, and she wanted extra wontons, and my boss came over and asked what was going on, and the lady just pushed it off the counter like that. I used to have some cool customers, but like, there was this guy who used to come in, and he used to always like flirt with me and then ask me for a free bag of chips at the end. I was like so annoyed. He was like, "Come on, sweetie, let me get a free bag of chips." I'm like, "No, you don't get a free bag of chips just because you flirt with me." And he was like way older than me. This is when I was in my early 20s. This guy was like 45. You know what I mean? Like, damn, dude, like, get women your own age or something, you know? So, I had a guy who left a gimp suit at my hotel. Oh, God, dude, are you serious? He left it there? Did he come back for it? I have to know. I need to know more about this. Chip Riz. Yeah, he was trying to riz me up for free jalapeno chips. Miss Vicky's jalapeno chips. That's what he always got. What other shit used to have? There was a lot of people who really loved me there that, like, even left good, like, reviews for me. But then there were people who just, like, they would, like, yell at the new employees. He didn't even, well, you know, he was probably embarrassed to come back for it. I would be. I mean, imagine coming back and being like, "Hey, guys, so I left a gimp suit in one of the rooms, and I'm wondering if you guys found it." Yeah, that's probably why I didn't come back for it. I'd imagine that'd be quite embarrassing. Do you work overnight? Like, you know, not swing shift, but like overnight. Like late night to morning. He clearly wasn't a stallion. No, he was not. Those things are expensive. I'd be back for it. You know what's expensive? Furry suits. Fursuits are hell of expensive, I heard. And like, there was this guy they were interviewing, and they were talking to him about getting it dirty, you know, doing certain things, and he was like, "No, this cost me like $3,000. Okay, so you work overnight. I've worked overnight before. How much bullshit do you deal with? Yeah, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Yeah, that was like, my schedule was 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. And I worked 8 days on, 8 days off. And it was nice having that 8 days off to decompress after 8 days of absolute bullshit. Like, there was this one guy who came in, and I think he was schizophrenic, so I felt really bad for him, you know what I mean? Like, I felt really bad. And like, he asked my coworker for a spirit hopper. Nobody knows what a spirit hopper is, but he was like, "Hey, do you have a spirit hopper?" And my coworker straight said, "No, we're sold out." And he was like, "I know, everywhere is." And another time he came in, and we had this box of toys for tots, like for Christmas time, where, you know, where you collect toys for like homeless kids or underprivileged kids and stuff. And like, he came in, and he started playing with the foam like crossbow and like shooting it in the air, and me and my coworker were like cleaning, and we were like, what are you doing? And he was like, it's okay, ma'am, I'm with the president. I was just like, bro. And then another time he was there, he was outside talking to somebody, yelling and screaming at somebody, right? And I was like I walked outside. Now you have to remember, I'm schizophrenic, okay? I suffer from psychosis, so I understood. And this is why I felt so bad for him, because he was unmedicated, right? And somebody came in, they were like, there's a guy outside yelling. And I walked outside, and there was like a pillar in the way. And I saw him yelling at somebody behind the pillar. And I walked out, and I walked around the pillar and said, hey, you guys gotta stop. And there was no one else there. He was yelling at empty space. And I felt so bad immediately, because I have psychosis. I know what it's like to hallucinate, like, things, to see people out the corner of your eye and stuff like that. I know what that's like. I've never seen a full-on person before, but I've seen them at a distance. I remember hallucinating somebody with like a certain pair of clothes on, a certain suit on, and I saw them like from the back, and it was when I was in Alaska, right? And then when I came back to California, I saw them again in the same suit, so I knew they weren't real. But like sometimes out of the side, I can, like out of the corner of my eye, like when I wasn't medicated, I would see like somebody like kind of sitting there, like kind of blurry, almost like Fight Club style, you know what I mean? So like I know what it's like to hallucinate people and things, and I have some cool psychoses. They're not always scary and misleading. They mostly are, but like I have a voice in my head who's really nice, and he's really calm and kind, and he tells me that, you know, I'm a good person, that I deserve good things, and he's like almost like an imaginary friend type deal. He's not always around though, but like I have that. That's a really nice psychosis that I have. When I take my meds, he's a lot quieter. He's not as loud. He's not as frequent, but he does come by sometimes. I can like feel him when he's around, sort of. No, it's not always bad. Taco Bell is cruel. I got next week's schedule on Saturday. I'll be present for both lunch and dinner rush. A 4-hour break between. You agree with that voice? Thank you, V. Oh, so you're working... Wait, you have a split shift? Holy fuck that. I hate split shifts. I've done that before. And like they're kind of illegal here, I think. Well, they're not illegal, but you are commenters on your stream sometimes psychoses? No, I don't think so. I've never hallucinated a comment. Maybe I have. You just made me think that maybe I have, but no, I don't think so. I take my meds, so like it makes like the hallucinations much less than usual because I take my meds. One thing about psychosis is that it can come on at any time, and even when you take your meds, you can still have symptoms of it. You guys, I just feel like my hair is so fucked up. Like, I don't know. It's so much thinner now than it used to be. I'm trying to make it look nice, but you know, it's getting long. Long and thin. There we go. Now I can actually see. Split shift sounds like a cruel and unusual punishment. Right, V? I'm praying that now that school's about to start in September, there won't be as much movement in the mall I work at. I used to work the 3 to 11 shift, but luckily the night person left, so I just jumped at the opportunity. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, you did say you get some GTA-ass people coming in there at night. When I worked at Walgreens, we always had our bathrooms closed. I think I told this story last stream, but I'm gonna tell it again because, Astro, you need to hear this. So there was this old man that was like hanging out in our store overnight, and like that's because I use a volumizer tea. That's why I still have volume in my hair. I use a volumizer shampoo. I just combed my hair and I fucked it up again, you guys. What's wrong with me? But anyway, he used to come in and he was like waiting on his meds or something, but he was like homeless, so he would just like hang out in our store, right? And like he Came in one night and asked to use the bathroom. And I had already had like so many incidents of people doing shit in my bathrooms that I just told him, no, you can't use the bathroom. The bathrooms are locked after a certain hour for a reason. Too many people do drugs and fornicate in there and do other crap in there that I didn't want to deal with it, you know? So he decided to take a shit in the walk-in fridge, right? He like went in there and took a shit, and you could smell it all over the store. And my coworker, also a manager, found it, but he couldn't clean it up. He was like, I can't clean up someone else's shit. I had to clean it up. And he was eating Doritos while he was shitting, and then he had us call 911. I don't know. It was a whole thing, but that's the type of shit that I had to deal with overnight, pun intended, when I worked at Walgreens. So 3 to 11 isn't great either, but at least you have the morning to sleep in a bit when you don't have to run errands. Yeah, I would prefer the 3 to 11. Night shift is draining. I did it for a year to almost 2 years. Working doubles is terrible, by the way. I just want to comment on that. Like, I've done that before. I worked a triple during Christmas. I came in at 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve, and then I stayed until like 2 or 3 the next day, went home, and then came back at like 9 p.m. That's basically a triple shift. I went home and slept for like 4 or 5 hours and came back to work immediately. I got a guy smear shit in the grocery store I walk in. You could just open the door to the walk-in, Josh. Like, it's not locked. It was like the fridge is on the outside of the thing. I also had a guy come in and he started like going crazy with conspiracy theories, telling me that the Jews are taking over the world. And I'm like, dude, can you leave? Like, please get the fuck out of my store, like, you racist ass motherfucker. And he was just like, no, they're trying to take over this Walgreens. They're taking over everywhere. And like, he was high as fuck on drugs. You know, there was always drug addicts who came in. I told you guys all these stories, man. You don't need to hear them again. There was always drug addicts who came in screaming crazy shit. And I thought I was miserable last weekend. It was the end of the month, so we had to do inventory and keep everything clean and in order. I mean, it is an employee-only area, Josh, but people can just walk in. Like, it's an employee-only area, but you can just open the door and walk in. Like, I can tell I'm always going to hate end of the month. Yeah, when you have to do inventory and shit. Hey, Nines. I've been doing physio. I only got a little left, and I'll be able to hang out. Okay, how are you doing, Nines? Someone took a dump outside the liquor store storage when I worked there. Ew. Yeah, see, like, people are... So, Alaska was a special kind of something because there was a lot of homeless people in Alaska, and Anchorage is not that big of a city. I got super argumentative that Argentina was on the right side in the Falklands War. Oh, I don't know anything about that. I'm not going to lie. I'm an ignorant American, so I don't know anything about that. But I do have to go to the bathroom, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I'm catching up with chat. Not bad. Gotta stay up to readjust my schedule from coming back to Cali. My two favorite managers are going to be present during double shift. I got extremely unlucky in how my flight's delayed. Yeah, that's typical. To be honest, I like all my managers. Some are just more strict and uptight than others. The thing about planes is I'm terribly afraid of getting on planes ever again. And like my boyfriend's family lives back east. And in order to go visit them, yeah, good thing. I'm glad you forgot that it's not a stream. And like we have to, like if we ever want to visit them, we have to get on a plane. And like I am so terrified. I'm trying to convince Josh to basically take a train cuz we're going to have to visit his family eventually, you know what I mean? Like we can't just not visit them. And I'm like I don't want to get on a plane at all. Like I'm fucking super afraid to get on a plane. And I've been on planes plenty of times in my life. It's not like I never have. But it's just... I have so much anxiety now. Yeah, I want to take Amtrak. That's what I want to do. It's going to take a few days, though, so we're going to have to get a private room and all that jazz. Trains are scary, too, but, we're going to have to go... We can't just drive across the country. So, we're going to have to do something. Being 6'9" and the planes are not built for somebody. Hell no, they're not built for someone your size. Jesus Christ. That's... Wow. 6'9"? Did you play basketball as a kid? Please tell me you played basketball when you were a kid. Or you play it now. Because, yeah, I'm not trying to drive cross country. But maybe take a train or something. Planes are the safest method of travel. Yeah, tell that to all the people who died in plane crashes, Jill. Like, I don't know, dude. It's so high up. Like, I don't know. I just have... like, anxiety. Sorry, I'm checking my Discord. That's why I keep looking over. I'm checking Discord. I was a football kid. Oh, even... Okay, that's good. If you're scared of trains, you should go with an autist. Actually, my boyfriend's autistic. So I would be going with him, but he's not into trains though. It's just when something wrong happens, there's when something wrong happens, there's a plane crash, which is terribly scary. I don't know, man. You guys, like, I need to get over my anxiety about stuff, and it's really hard because like I'm scared of everything. You know what I mean? Like sometimes at night I'm scared of people breaking in. And I live on the second floor, so like that's probably not gonna. I treat planes as either I make it or it's not my problem anymore. I don't know, man. Imagine being on a plane when it's crashing. You guys, could you imagine that? It sounds scary as fuck. Yeah, I know, Jill. I know planes are the safest way to travel. They say that all the time, but I've never been just walking down the street and plummeted 40,000 feet to my death. Like, that's never happened to me, but, whatever. We'll see. Well, I think walking is the safest method of travel. Maybe. Maybe not. I just zoned out for a minute. You guys like that? You come on my stream for me to zone out for like 30 seconds? Huh. I was reading chat and then I just kind of like zoned out. I forgot what I was talking about, but I'm super frustrated because I don't understand why they don't fly. Like the angle of attack thing leaves me super confused. You mean cars? Are you talking about cars flying? I just picture the Breaking Bad episode of the plane crash. Oh, I've never watched Breaking Bad. I keep being told that it's a good show. And I actually took a personality test one time, and it said I was like, what is his name? McGillis? Jimmy McGillis? Like, whatever. I don't know what his fucking name is. The lawyer, I guess? I don't understand why planes fly well. I don't understand how it works. It's crazy to me, like how planes work. You're not alone in that. I don't get it. And it's incredibly scary to me. Walter is a terrible person. Yeah, that's what everybody says. I don't think there's anybody. It's said that I have a similar personality to Saul Goodman. Yeah, but his name is like Jimmy McGillis on the show. But like, Josh was like, he's like you if you have no morals. And I'm like, well, then he's not like me. Watch the prequel before watching Breaking Bad. I mean, I heard Better Call Saul is a really good show. Push, drag, lift, gravity thing make total sense to me. But why do planes suddenly fall when they tilt up? Oh. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to understand that. I'll be honest with you. I'm not even going to play like I understand anything about planes, but it is weird how they stay up in the air, though. I'm not going to lie. Especially with a bunch of people on it. Like, probably doesn't feel like much for long. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. All I know is that if I survived one, I wouldn't be coming back. I would never get on a plane again. The jet engine on each side goes really hard and aerodynamic, so it goes up. Huh. I like how I'm learning how planes work on my stream. Are you guys autistic? No, I'm joking. I guess if you were talking about trains, that's the popular joke, right? You like trains. I was reading this Reddit story. It was like this guy who was like texting a girl, and she was like, he had just joined their friend group, right? And he like wanted to hit on her, I guess, so he got her number somehow. But and he was just like, you don't laugh at my jokes. How come you never like talk to me? Blah, 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 blah. Being obnoxious and basically telling her that if she didn't like him, she must be autistic. And he was like, you're like mentally R-worded or something, and you're autistic. Wait, I don't know the exact details, but the reason they fall when they tilt up is because of gravity pulling it down after everything basically slides down to the back end. Some pilots survive crashes and still fly. Yeah, I don't know how they do that. Do you remember that pilot? Do you guys remember that pilot who landed on the Hudson River? That was like an America-centric thing, so you guys out of the country might not have heard about that. That's scary, Jill. The weight becomes too much and the engines aren't powerful enough to make it go directly up. What the fuck? But yeah, do you guys remember that pilot, I can't remember what his name was. Hold on, I have to look him up real quick. What is his name? Chelsea Sully Sullenberger and Jeffrey Skiles of U.S. Airways Flight 1549 were forced to make an emergency landing on the Hudson River. While many were injured, all 155 people aboard survived. So there you go. That really happened here in America. The plane was crashing and he landed it on the Hudson. It doesn't seem like you're enjoying the conversation. I don't mind, actually. My brain bounces from conversation to conversation, so it doesn't matter. It'll just lead me into another conversation, like, aerodynamic flight isn't really my thing, especially since I have so much fear of plane crashing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be honest. It's giving me anxiety a little bit, just a tad bit of anxiety, because I'm scared of plane crashes. But anxiety is like, you get these negative thoughts, and there is no fear. There's nothing to fear. I'm sitting in my house right now. It's the middle of the afternoon. I'm streaming to you guys. Everything's fine here, right? But you get the thought about what if I were on a plane and it started crashing? What if, I drowned? What if this? What if that? What if blah, blah, blah? And then you start thinking about your own mortality. This is how it works for me. I start thinking about my own mortality, right? And then you think about how you're going to die. I think about how I'm going to die, because everybody dies one day, right? So you wonder how it's going to be. Is it going to be painful? Am I going to have a heart attack? Am I going to fall off something? Am I going to get robbed and killed? What's going to happen, right? And that's all my anxiety revolves around, is like my own mortality. And like, I'm not worried about the afterlife. I guess I'm worried about dying in a really painful way. Because I'm not worried about the afterlife. I believe in reincarnation. So. Hang glider that has a giant fan on the back. I only like jets, quick flight, small cap. I think one time, I took a cargo plane. I think. Is it in Alaska? I can't remember. I really can't remember. But it was like, it's like different from a regular plane. Like the cargo's on the bottom or something. And I think it was from Seattle to Alaska. Something like that. I don't know, but looking out at the ocean from the plane is one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. Like, if I ever have to get on a plane again, I'm taking a fucking sleeping pill, and I'm sleeping the whole way through. The story of the guy who sunk a ship and survived for 3 days in an air pocket was scarier than any flight story I've heard. That guy became... I heard about that, V. I heard about that, and he became a diver because he was saved by a diver. Yeah, like, I don't ever want to get on a boat either. Like, you guys, I'm so terrified of everything. I'm terrified of planes crashing. I'm terrified of drowning. I'm terrified of, like, going on a boat. I'm terrified of being in an airplane over the water. I'm terrified of so much stuff. And like, I just want to stay in one place for the rest of my life and never do anything. Like, get on a plane, get on a boat. I barely even want to get on a train. I'd rather die in a plane crash than slowly dying in a boat underwater. Yeah, I don't... You guys, I'm giving myself anxiety. Alright, let's change the subject. How about we do that? You know what's funny is I have my anxiety meds right here. And I have my other anxiety meds over here. I have two different types of anxiety meds because... Aren't you just prejudiced against modes of mechanical transportation? Yes, I am. I don't even like being in the car. Ask my boyfriend. We'll be in the car and I'll tell him that shit is nerve-wracking as fuck. And I don't like driving. I just want to stay in one place for the rest of my life. Yeah. Thanks for the stream a ton. See you. Oh, are you going to... See you later, V. Have a good night. Oh yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I hope you have a good night. I hope you sleep well. Whatever happened to that Concord game? I think they just shut it down today, didn't they, Jill? That game was ugly as fuck. I saw the character design, and I saw that it didn't have very many players. You're a second-class U.S. citizen without a car? Kind of. Yeah, a little bit. Like, because people look down on public transportation here. Even though it's completely normalized in other places. But people look down on public transportation here. It's really bad. Why am I holding my anxiety meds? That's funny. Yeah, you didn't even hear about it until it was getting shut down. You're lucky, Astro. I watch a lot of gaming channels, so I heard about it. The character design was really ugly. A lot of people are saying, like, it's a good example of going woke and going broke. But I'll be honest with you, if the gameplay had been fun, like, it wouldn't have failed. That's the problem. It's not about it going woke. It's about it not having fun gameplay. These games want to be inclusive, and there's nothing wrong with inclusivity, right? But I think the more diverse stories you tell, the better it is for the population. I think learning about different things from different perspectives is amazing, just like movies. So there's nothing wrong with, like, including diversity and things like that. But the problem is when you do a checklist, right? You're like, I have to have this color character. I have to have this kind of character. I have to have a gay character, a black character, a Mexican character. A checklist of inclusivity. And it's like tokenism, right? And it's not, it's... Let me put down my, you know what? Drinking all this coffee probably isn't helping with the anxiety. I'll be honest with you guys. But anyway, it's like tokenism rather than actual inclusivity, right? And... the gameplay on top of that was not fun. The character design was really ugly, and then the gameplay wasn't fun at all. And it is dehumanizing, exactly. So it's just like, why don't you just write stories, good stories, and make good games? Gameplay should be the number one thing that you're worried about in games. What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about Concord. Right. You guys... That's why it gives the uncanny valley. You mean like those characters? Have you seen the characters in Concord, you guys? Hold on. Let me look it up for you so you guys can see just how bad these characters looked. Like, it was really boring character design, which is what kept people from wanting to play. And then on top of that, the gameplay was really, really bad. Flies have a longer I thought flies live for 3 weeks? Is it 3 weeks? I'm not sure how long flies live for. I'm trying to think. Hold on. I'm just gonna Google it. Fuck it. That's what this whole thing is for. How long do flies live? Let's see. 15 to 30 days. So 2 weeks to a month. Okay. So yeah, flies live longer than Concord. Concord lasted 2 weeks. Gaming right now is not good. Like, you guys, like, modern gaming, it's not just... It's not, like, a lot of people like to blame it on, like, you make the character properly, it doesn't really matter who or what they are. People need to understand that video games is a visual medium, so looks matter, and, like, what the game looks like matters. Especially nowadays with, like, the technology that we have. And when you make a bunch of butt ugly ass characters that nobody's interested in, and then on top of that your gameplay isn't fun, it's all bad. It's like I said, it's like tokenism with the way they're trying to be inclusive and stuff. But yeah, if you make the character properly, then it doesn't really matter who or what they are. Yeah, I read that wrong the first time. Sorry. Yeah, doesn't matter what color they are. Doesn't matter what race they are. You just make a good character, you guys. Like they're focusing on the wrong thing, and like they're not focusing on gameplay anymore, and it's really just disappointing. But yeah, speaking of gameplay, if I was gonna play a game later, would you guys want to see me play? I can do the boss rush in Stellar Blade, which I'm terrible at, but I can still do it. I've already beat all the bosses once. I can just continue playing Stellar Blade, but I'm already towards the end of the game. I don't know if you guys want it spoiled. I can play Fields of Mistria, which is like Stardew Valley, but way funner than Stardew. I can play Nier Replicant, which I still have. I don't know. Or I can just not play games. They are a money laundering scream. Hi, Hope. How are you doing? I can play Deltarune, too, if I choose to play a game. Hope coming in just reminded me of Deltarune. I have a theory that games nowadays are just money laundering schemes. I mean, they are. They feel like it. They don't... Like... When somebody who's passionate about a game makes a game, you can really tell. For instance, Yoko Taro, or the people who made Stellar Blade. They're really passionate about what, like, they've done. And they want to make a good, fun game. They want it to look good. They want it to sound good. They want people to be intrigued by the story as well as the gameplay. And now it just seems like that's few and far between. There's no more passion projects, you know? Yeah, like really expensive modern art. Yeah, exactly, Cloudblood. What are you guys posting in the Discord? I just saw something. Jill, what are you posting in the Discord? Who is that? Come back later if you're still streaming. See you later, Jill. Have a good one. I might not stream that much longer, honestly. I was thinking I might game a little bit, but I don't know. I'm kind of tired. Like, I think I'm crashing from my coffee. You know what I mean? Shut up, Josh. Don't say Jill Riz, please. Do you work tonight, Astro? I'm just thinking, like, if you're up right now, what time do you work? Oh, 11. Oh, so it's, like, kind of late for you right now, I guess. But, I mean, I guess if you went to bed in the next couple hours, you'd still get a decent amount of sleep. Oh, okay, so you're up late. I guess, but you work at 11, so it's not super late. I know the time difference between California or whatever. So, like, yeah. Anyway. So how is chat doing? I've just talked for like 57 minutes straight, and now I'm just now asking how you guys are doing. Oh, by the way, did you have... It was delayed, right? The flight? That sucks that your flight was delayed. And did you just get home this morning? Or like last night? Oh, I see. You're staying up until a certain time to readjust your schedule. See, we were talking about this earlier, but like overnight is like so not fun. Like it's not terrible, but like a lot of stuff happens overnight. And like, you know, I'm surprised that I wasn't perpetually scared of the kind of people who came in. You know, I got into like fights when I worked overnight, and I didn't get fired because, like I've said before, Walgreens doesn't fire you for defending yourself. If somebody hits you first, you have every right to defend yourself at Walgreens. That's why I love Walgreens. I probably never should have quit there, but I was having mental health issues. You guys ever regret that, quitting a job or something like that? Like, I had to quit Walgreens because of mental health issues, and they treated me really well there, but I was like completely fucked up mentally, and I couldn't like handle anything. And I ended up quitting my job there, and it was really bad because, like, I really liked that job. Like, when I started working during the day out here in California, because when I worked overnight, that was in Alaska. And now sometimes I look back on that and was like, I could probably still be working there and making decent money, and I'd probably be happy. Wouldn't have had to, like, fucking look for another job. And I've gone years without a job now. I have this gap in my employment now, and it's really hard to find a job when you have a gap in your employment. And because of my mental health issues, it's been hard. And I tried to get disability, which is like something you can get in America from when you have a disability. Basically, they give you money every month based on your previous earnings. I'm trying to get that, but it takes months for that to go through. So I really just want a job, and I want to be able to work, and I want to be able to make my own money. I'm tired of living off my boyfriend. You know what I mean? It's annoying. I'm trying to... I don't know. Streaming isn't exactly... Like, unless you're a big-time streamer and you make a lot of money, it's not exactly a job. You know what I mean? I've been paid twice by YouTube, though. Over $100 both times, so that was nice. But I want, like, a regular 9-to-5 job. A job where, like, I earn my own money and, like, whatever. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just babbling at this point. So how are you guys doing? A lot of people... So I remember I had this boss when I told him that I needed to stay home and I couldn't work because of my mental health. I remember I had this boss who was like, "You're so lucky." And I'm like... Yeah, working part-time at a retail job is the start. It's where I've been when I got out of high school. Yeah, man, I've worked retail and customer service and food service my whole life. Like, I've had good jobs before. I worked as an optician briefly. Well, it wasn't too briefly. It was for a few years, but like, I went to school for that, to be an optician. And then the market became flooded, and I quit. I've quit a lot of jobs due to mental health problems, and that kind of screws up your resume and makes you look unreliable. But it's like, it's not my fault I'm mentally ill. So it really fucks you up, dude. Being mentally ill and trying to work jobs, and like, especially because the stress of like retail and customer service is so bad. It's like you're already on edge from your mental illness, and then on top of that you're stressed out from all the retail bullshit that you deal with, food service bullshit. Like working for Walgreens, even during the day when I worked for Walgreens, we still had to deal with wild ass customers, like customers who just said crazy shit and started fights inside. Like there were people who would, like when I worked at the Walgreens out here, I worked like the swing shift from 3 to 11, right? That was usually my shift. There was like a homeless camp right outside my Walgreens where, like, I swear they had like a merchant. They had little homes that they made. They stole our boxes and like our pallets and stuff. to like make homes. They robbed us one time. They just broke our front window and went in and like robbed the fuck out of us and took a bunch of shit, and the cops came out and they found bags full of all of our stuff hidden in bushes all over the area. So like even when you work during the day, even when you work at a normal hours, not necessarily overnight, you still have to deal with a bunch of bullshit. Our age groups aren't loyal to companies, so it's not too much of a shock. Most people have around the same response for pittance. I was loyal to some of my jobs. Stupidly, by the way. I would stay loyal to some of my jobs for some reason. I don't really know why. When I was younger, I was like that. But then I got older and I aged out of that behavior because companies don't give a fuck about you. That's one thing everybody needs to learn. Companies don't care about you. Your loyalty is misplaced when you have loyalty towards a company. It's completely misplaced because they don't care about you, and they will drop you like a hot potato. And like, you know, if I had to pick a job to work at, I'd be a florist. A florist? Like a flower arranger? That's actually, I was just talking to somebody in my Discord about that, actually. Oh, hey, Arda. How are you doing? I saw you were the first one here with the Patriots thing. I've developed Stockholm Syndrome at my current job. Yeah. Hold on one second. I gotta fix my phone. I have my phone open on the chat in case something happens and I gotta ban somebody or something. I don't know. How are you doing, Arda? I've developed Stockholm Syndrome at my current job. Yeah, that happens when you work. Like, I was like that too with some of the worst jobs I had. I mean, I've told you guys horror stories about when I worked at the food service, and I was like super loyal to that job for really no reason. I didn't need to be, but shit happens. I want to start my own music distribution company. The thing that puts your music on Spotify. Yeah, you always want to start something. Josh makes music, and he always wants to start. Like, he actually started a business not long ago. It didn't do well, but he tried, and that's what's important. He always has ideas for inventing stuff and creating stuff. He's really creative. Oh, yeah, and he was working on my song last night. I would like to open my own flower shop at some point in life. That would be super cool. I love flowers. They smell so good and they're so pretty, and they represent like life cycles to me. You could go to school for like flower arranging and for being a florist. It's the last week of your summer vacation, Arda, and then you gotta go back to school. I'm all jazzed up on coffee, you guys. I drank like 2 cups. I drank a cup this morning and then I made more, and I was drinking some on stream, and now that's why I keep turning and stuff. But I'm probably not gonna stream too much longer, you know what I mean? I don't really have much else to talk about, you know, unless you guys have something in particular you want to ask me about. You guys have any questions for me? Anything you want to know? You know what's interesting is somebody commented on one of my videos last night, and they asked me about my NDE, if I ever wanted to talk about it. And have I ever told you guys about my near-death experience? I don't know if I ever did. I don't really talk about it because it wasn't like a positive experience. You know what? I'm gonna head to the grocery store and grab some energy drinks. Alright, see you later. Enjoy getting energy drinks. It's good. Stop bringing up Jill Riz, Josh. God. What grade are you in, Arda? Oh yeah, it's probably different because you're in a different country. Because we have 12 years here, and it's broken up in a specific way. What was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. I was in the middle of something, and then I just You know what? I don't know how I get away with streaming and doing just chatting when I can't even stay on subject when I'm chatting. You know? I guess the coffee helps. But I don't know. Oh yeah, I was talking about my near-death experience. Yeah, somebody asked me to talk about that. They commented on one of my videos, and I was like, I don't think I've ever really talked about that because it wasn't like a positive experience. Like, most people who have NDEs have like this positive experience. They come back all enlightened. They come back talented, like they can play piano or they can play like an instrument and they're all spiritual and stuff. None of that really happened to me. I just came back and realized that God exists and that there's an afterlife. And that was it. Like, for the most part, I feel like my heart beating, funnily. It's all that damn coffee. I hope I don't die on stream, you guys. Oh my god, what? 3 tropical systems on watch. Why does my phone give me information about weather across the country from me? Like, it'll tell me, like, that's literally across the country, those tropical storms. I'm in California where it's hella hot. Like, in fact, most of my state is still on fire. Let's see. Wildfires in California. How many are going on right now? 800,000 acres burned. Yeah, so my state's on fire. And they keep sending me these text messages about, like, hurricanes and storm systems happening. And I'm like, that's not happening anywhere near me. I'll be right back, you guys. Alright, I'm back. See, I thought I heard something out in my living room, and, like, okay, so everybody here knows I have schizophrenia, right? So, it's, sometimes I get, like, hallucinations, I hear things, or see things that aren't there, and, like, I take my meds, so for the most part, it keeps them from happening too often, but sometimes I swear I hear something, like, it's out of, like, it's almost like seeing something out of the corner of your eye, but hearing it out of the corner of your ear. And I swear I heard something in my living room. I had to go check. And it's like, if somebody really was robbing me, I probably would have just got myself killed. You know what I mean? But, yeah. I don't know anymore. Not everyone can make cash streaming kicking out squatters. Dude, that situation shows you how stupid squatters' laws are in California. And, like, honestly, if I could do that professionally, I would. Just annoying squatters professionally. Because, like, I don't think you should be able to just walk into someone's house, say you live there, and stay there. California has some of the most stupidest laws. You guys, I was watching these videos before I started streaming today of, like, this squatter who... in California, and she rented an Airbnb and then like somehow stayed 30 days and then claimed to be a tenant, and the cops can't do anything about it. And even the owner wants to kick her out, but they can't because of squatters laws in California. And this woman is a professional squatter. She's been doing this since the 90s, just renting places and then not leaving when she's supposed to, dragging it out to court, calling the police all the time. The police in the area knew who she was. And like, the owner of the house called her brother and some other friends over to like basically annoy the woman. And like, dude, they went ham, playing loud music, smoking hella weed, banging on the walls, screaming her name. They were going for hours and hours. For weeks on end, they were trying to annoy this woman, and she just didn't want to leave. She kept calling the police saying she was being harassed, but like, the police were so sick of her shit that they didn't want to do anything about it. And I couldn't imagine if somebody was squatting in my house, like say I owned a house. I don't own a house, I live in an apartment, but if I owned a house and somebody just started saying that they live there and the cops weren't willing to move them out, I would be fucking pissed off. Like, it can't be legal to do shit like that, but somehow it is. And like, squatters laws in California make no fucking sense at all. I'll be honest with you guys. But I wish I could make money streaming. They were streaming the whole time they were doing this, by the way. They were like streaming themselves act the fool and smoking weed and being crazy and doing all this stuff. And she kept like coming out. I remember she kept coming out and opening the door while he was smoking weed, and then he would just get up and close it. And he was like playing like weird brain rot music and loud sounds, extremely loud. And this was going on this year. This happened in like June of this year. And I guess it's still going on, or I think it might have ended. But the woman ended up going to jail for like spitting on some crazy dude that they had come in. You guys know Trevor from GTA 5? They basically had a guy come in and act like Trevor from GTA 5. Oh, my chat's not refreshing. Hold on. What the hell? Oh, there we go. It like glitched for a second. But yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of out of things to talk about, you guys. Maybe I can. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll play a little bit of a game. I have this like game called Fields of Mistria, and it's really fun. Oh, it's like Stardew Valley, but I don't know if I want to play a game. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't even know. I'm feeling kind of like, I was telling you guys about how I was like depressed in the beginning of the chat. Like when I first got here, I haven't really been feeling that great. I've been kind of down, and that's why I haven't streamed as much as I used to, as I usually do. Usually I do a couple times a week, but I think last week I just didn't stream, or at least not this week I haven't. I think I streamed like Thursday or Friday, but I've been really depressed, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna end my stream here. Got nothing better to do. Gotta clean my house. I gotta do dishes and stuff. But it was nice streaming for you guys. If you have anything to say or ask me before I leave, speak now. Oh, hey, Booney. What's up? I was just about to end my stream. How are you doing? Well, now I gotta stream a little bit longer because you're here. I was just yapping about nonsense, I'll be honest with you. I was yapping about, well, no, I'll stay a little bit longer. I was gonna talk about my NDE on stream, but I don't know. I hate it when people just join right when I'm leaving. I feel bad, so that I'm compelled to keep streaming. And like, it's just because I was like running out of things to talk about, you know what I mean? No, it's fine. I'll stream for like 5 more minutes. But I don't know how I do just chatting streams, because I always like run out of things to talk about after a while. But I was going to talk about my NDE, and I guess I'll just do that. So like when you die, you know, you're very aware that you don't have a body. That was one thing that I was very aware of, and it was actually scary. And like I said, a lot of people have like these positive experiences where they come back all talented, they come back all spiritual, they come back with like all this knowledge, and like they're healed of like their diseases and stuff. And like, that's never happened to me. Like, after I died and came back, like, I still have schizophrenia. I'm not really spiritual. I just believe in God now. And like, I didn't come back with any specific talents. I kind of came back with this idea, with this message that I got on the other side that I should be writing. And, you know, a lot of people have asked me whether or not it was just a delusion that I had, or if it was a hallucination because I'm schizophrenic. And it's like, no, that was the most real thing that's ever happened to me. When was the last time you went to Red Lobster? Now it's closing. 6 months ago. 6-7 months ago. I like Red Lobster. Like, I didn't even know it was closing. I don't know. Like, their biscuits are to die for. Their seafood's good. Like, I don't know. A lot of people don't like Red Lobster, but I actually love it. It's like cheaper. It's like a way to get like good seafood for cheaper, you know, instead of going to a real fancy restaurant where it's going to be like $200, you know, just for 2 people. Like, it's a good middle of the road place. Y'all, what was I talking about? See, I heard something again. You hear that? I don't think you guys can hear that. I don't think it's real. They filed Chapter 11 what is the difference between Chapter 11 and like, hold on, I'm gonna Google that. Chapter 11 bankruptcy. What is that? The Chapter of Bankruptcy Code generally provides for reorganization, usually involving a corporation or partnership. Hold on. This Chapter of Bankruptcy Code provides for reorganization, usually involving a corporation or partnership. A Chapter 11 debtor usually proposes a plan of reorganization to keep its business alive and pay creditors over time. People in business or individuals can also seek Chapter 11. Oh, so they're staying open? Are they closing a bunch of stores? Because that would seem like that would probably be like the thing that they would do, is like close a bunch of stores. I keep taking off my glasses, but I need them to see better. You know what? You know how you're getting old when you're looking at stuff and you got to pull it away from your face? Can't have it too close up. Got to pull it away to be able to read it. Oops. But anyway. They're probably closing their less profitable locations. I wonder if the one that we go to is going to close, because I like that one and I want to go back there when we have money. I was talking about NDEs. Oh yeah. So look, check this out. I've watched a lot of videos about people who had like positive experiences when they had near-death experiences. And there was this one person that was talking about having a negative experience. People do have negative experiences. It's not just me. And he was saying like the reason why you don't hear about them too much is because no one wants to go to hell and then come back and admit it. But what I was talking about was like how real it actually felt. Because like people have thought it's a delusion, I was hallucinating or something like that. And like, no. Like, have you ever had an experience that falls out of the realm of reality, but you know it's more real than anything else that you've ever experienced? That is what it felt like. And also, when you're on the other side, time doesn't move the same. It doesn't move at all. It feels like it's really hard to put into words what it feels like. And I remember someone else talking about this, and they were talking about how, like, I call it zero time, but they were talking about how human beings tell their stories based on time. So when you experience something that is timeless, you don't know how to explain it to people. And like, that's kind of how it happened to me. And I was out for 32 seconds, by the way, but it felt like, I guess, longer than that on the other side. It wasn't just 32 seconds. And you know that thing where they tell you that your life flashes before your eyes? That's real. And the light, that's real. I saw that shit. And then I felt like darkness and stuff. And like, I felt like I had no body, and it was really fucking scary. And I remember seeing like colors that you don't see on Earth, and you can't describe them. Indescribable, basically. But yeah, your life flashing before your eyes and seeing that light, that shit's real. And you, like, a lot of people I've watched videos and I've read like some stories about people who've had NDEs, and it's like pretty common overlap to see like all the things that you've done throughout your life and how it affected other people. And I remember seeing that. I remember seeing like how things affected the other people around me, my actions and my behaviors. I want to eat shrimp. Yeah, dude, I love shrimp. Shrimp is like my favorite food. Chat, what's your favorite seafood? Mine is shrimp and lobster, probably. That's why I want to go to Red Lobster again, you guys. It's so good there. Yeah, here I go again. I changed subject again. You guys, I cannot stay on topic at all. Not to save my life. You know what I mean? But anyway, I was talking about my near-death experience because somebody actually asked me to talk about it. Maybe I should make a video about it. What do you think, chat? Should I make a video about my near-death experience? I don't know. I don't really... Okay, 5 minutes. Take care. Oh, yeah, it's been 5 minutes. Well, now I'm in the mood to keep talking. So I don't know. Maybe... You know, like, I think I was telling you about this in the Discord about how I'm feeling, like, depressed. Yeah, I might make a video. White snake reference? What's a white snake reference? I might make a video about it because it's hard to explain, like, somebody asked me to talk about it in a comment, and it's hard to explain, like, really everything that went through, but I could make a video about it. I think I'm gonna make a video about how fucking sad I am, too. Just talk about, like, how I'm not doing really good mentally, and, because, like, my channel is a mental health channel at the end of the day. But, yeah. Any questions? Anybody got any questions about my NDE? Here I go again is a white snake reference. Swordfish and takoyaki. I like swordfish. I've had swordfish before. In fact, I think I bought some swordfish one time and made it, but I fucked it up. I dropped it on the ground when I was in the middle of making it. I remember that happening. Like, but I've had swordfish before at restaurants and it's really bomb. I should what? Is that how you pronounce that, takoyaki? I don't know how to pronounce anything. I don't have my accent is bad. You know what I mean? Isn't that a meme that, aw shit, here we go again? Yeah, that's a meme. A GTA San Andreas meme. I keep hearing, I think it's my neighbors. Like, I keep thinking that I'm hearing something, and I'm like, it's just me being crazy, right? Like, I'm just hearing things. But I'm like, no, I think it's my neighbors. Like, the other day, like, well, it was like a week ago, I heard somebody try to come in my house while I was I wasn't on stream, but while I was just sitting here alone, and Josh was at work. And I remember I got super freaked out about it. But then when I looked out my window, I saw some people downstairs, and then I heard people going into the neighbor's house, and I thought maybe they accidentally tried to get in, and I realized my neighbors are, like, really loud. Like, any sensory differences between going beyond and being here? Yeah. I mean, like, I dropped what? Any sensory differences between going beyond? I mean... It's hard to explain what my sensory experiences were like. You should make the video for the NDE. Yeah, I mean, I should. Heat advisory in effect. What? How fucking hot is it gonna be? It's already 90... Hold on, I'm checking the weather. It's already 93 degrees and it's only afternoon. Oh, dude. Man. How hot is it gonna get, though? Hold on, I'm trying to see how hot it's gonna get. Real exciting stuff, you guys. See full forecast. Oh my god. It's gonna be 104 today. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it's gonna be in the hundreds. Oh no, dude. It's gonna be hella hot. For you, those of you that are in Europe, the hundreds is like in the 40s. And that's got to be extremely hot to you guys. Like, you guys probably Oh, fuck, dude. And you know what? In Phoenix, Arizona, it's been over 100 degrees for, Oh, hey, Vertigui. Hey, aren't you the person who asked about the NDE? I was just talking about that comment. I was like, somebody asked me about it. I was actually talking about it. I think you were the one who left that comment. And because I was saying, somebody left a comment asking me about my NDE. And dropped the sword. Yeah, I dropped the swordfish, yeah. Yeah, I dropped it on the fucking ground when I was making it. It happened at my old place. I'll never forget it too. You like that happened like 3 years ago, and it's still ingrained in my brain. Yeah, I was just talking about how I was just talking about it. So one thing I'll say is that, like, yeah, you were spotted. I recognize the name. Because it's kind of an interesting, unique name, Vertigui. But yeah, I was literally just talking about how, like, I have, like, it was a negative experience for me, and not many people have negative experiences. But I was talking about how, like, time doesn't move on the other side. And the sensory experience, like Tamika asked, is very different from, like, the sensory experience here on Earth. Because you can recognize taste, sound, touch, and everything like that here. And your perception is very forward, very front to back. You know, time moves linearly. But, like, on the other side, time doesn't move that linearly. And, like, somebody was talking about this. I was reading a story, and they were saying that time moves very different there. And I'm like, it doesn't really seem to move. That's why I call it zero time. It seems like a lifetime can go by in 32 seconds, because I was dead for 32 seconds, right? And waking back up was probably the worst part. I remember people saying my name, but that waking back up was probably the worst part of it. I'll be honest with you. Like I felt pain in my chest and stuff when I was waking back up, but, like, the actual experience of dying was not that bad. It was just kind of like the lights going out, and then I saw a big light. And like I said earlier, that the thing about the light, that's real. Seeing a light and seeing your life flash before your eyes, that's real. That really happens. And, like, you can read stories about people who have NDEs. It's incredibly common for people to see their life flash before their eyes. And one thing I will tell you is that you see your actions and your behaviors, and you see how they affected other people around you. Things that you've said and done that you never knew affected other people. And I kind of have a tangent story about that. I think I've told this before, but I'm telling it again very shortly. There was a guy that I went to school with, right? And this is really, like, you never know how far kindness goes, right? I went to school with this kid, and he was really unpopular. He was, like, made fun of all the time. He was a little bit different, so people, like, talked shit to him, and he got beat up, and I guess he got beat up. I'm not sure if that happened too often, but he was outcasted, like, real bad. And I was always nice to him. I always said hi to him. I always talked to him and stuff like that. And years later on fucking MySpace, he told me that me being me and the few other people being nice to him is what kept him alive from killing himself. So you never know, like, how your kindness is affecting other people. And this is why I think people should always choose kindness over the, you know, the opposite. Where's my water at? My voice is starting to crack from me sitting here talking so much. But yeah, did you have any specific questions about what I saw on the other side, Vertigui? Your name is great, by the way. I love it. Sorry, I'm just zoning out here. I'm waiting on... Welcome back. I'm talking about nothing. Okay, so I saw darkness at first. Like, it was really dark at first. And it's like this tunnel, and then you see a light at the end of it. Like, that's no joke. The whole light at the end of the tunnel thing, that's what I saw at first. And then I saw, like, colors that I have not seen here on Earth. And I do remember feeling the presence of, like, loved ones, but I don't remember specifically which ones. I think Like my Aunt Mary was there, I think. I want to say. There is the family member I have named Mary who died way before I was ever born, I believe. But I think she was there. And I feel like maybe my sister was there. Oh my God, my lisp is coming out real bad, you guys. You know you can cover a lisp up. I do it very often, but like it's coming out. But I felt like my family was there, but I didn't like visually see them. I just felt like this feeling. And then I remember seeing all these colors that are not anything you see on Earth. Okay? Like I need to reiterate that like green was not green, blue was not blue, pink was not pink. These are not colors that you can visualize here on Earth. I saw all these beautiful colors, and then I saw my life like flash before my eyes. Like I saw all, like I said earlier, my actions and things like that. I didn't really run into any other beings other than what I believe is God, okay? This is kind of weird to say, but I believe that God was there and I had the choice whether to come back or not. And also, like, I got this distinct feeling, this distinct message that I'm supposed to write. Now, I am a writer, for those of you who don't know that. I'm not published, but I am a writer. I'm trying to get published, like, sooner or later. Like, maybe later this year or early next year. I'm trying to self-publish. But I got this distinct feeling that I'm meant to write. That I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And I came to this conclusion that whatever you're doing here on Earth is exactly what you're supposed to be doing at that time. I had DMT once, and it was very different from what I imagined. I've never done DMT, but I've heard that it's kind of like a near-death experience. Did you run into any other beings on the other side? That sounds so comforting. The feeling of them feeling reminds me of like, hold on. Feeling reminds me of like in a dream when you know someone you know is there, but it's not physically them. You know what's interesting about that, Vertigo-y? I've had a lot of dreams lately, and I've been seeing a lot of people who have died in my family in my dreams lately. Met God and he just said patience. Yeah, patience is a virtue. Like, I feel like what God told me was that I'm just supposed to write. And I may have misinterpreted the message, I don't know. And that's why a lot of people question me on whether really I had a near-death experience or whether or not it was just a hallucination or a delusion. But again, it felt more real than anything I've ever felt on Earth. I cannot reiterate that enough. It felt like the realest thing I've ever experienced. Wait, Josh, you've done DMT? Hold on, have you told me that before and I just forgot? What the hell is playing on in the background? Fucking near music. There. Changing my music up. I don't know what the hell was playing in the background, you guys. Probably some copyrighted music that's gonna get me copyright struck. So, you guys, if you guys have done DMT, I need you to tell me what DMT is like. Like, did you feel like you traveled somewhere? Because that's kind of like what being dead felt like. I felt like I traveled somewhere. Like, oh, okay, I remember now. I mean, I kind of remember talking about it, but was it kind of like what that movie shows? That movie was fucking wild, you guys. I would not recommend watching Into the Void unless you want to watch basically softcore porn. It gave you DMT flashbacks. Oh, okay. Well, so then it is kind of like what it's like being dead. I want to try psychedelics, but as someone who dissociates, I don't know if that would be the best, but I want to experience ego death. I don't really feel like I traveled. Yeah, I felt like I had no body. Let me tell you guys something. It is really bad not having a body. I was terrified not having a body. Oh, hey, Yvonne, what's up? So it felt like traveling to you. I've never done DMT, but I get this feeling that it would be a lot like doing. Also, Vertigo-y, I would say don't do psychedelics if you disassociate. Oh, Wait, hold on. I smell something. What? What? Oh my god. You guys. I thought I left my stove on, and I made food like an hour, like 30 minutes before I started streaming, and it's been an hour and a half on the stream, and I was like, I smell something burning. I swear to God, you guys, I be hallucinating the smell of stuff burning. Like, it happens sometimes when Josh is here too, and I'll ask him, I'll be like, do you smell that? Do you smell something burning? And he's like, no. And like, I have no body and I must scream. Did you mean to say cream? I believe in reincarnation. I believe in that that we live an endless amount of lives. Like, I believe that, and I believe we're just caught in this cycle. And it's a lot like Nier Automata, where they like mention the cycle of suffering. It feels like a cycle of suffering. I believe in that. And like, I have fears about what I'm gonna be like in my next life. I hope I'm a calm, stable person in my next life. But and you know what I think? I think I died of like drowning or something in my past life. Sorry, I'm looking at my Discord. There's some stuff going on in my Discord. I have my other screen, and when I see stuff moving in my Discord, I'm just kind of mildly paying attention to it. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Okay, so number one, if you already dissociate, I would not recommend doing psychedelics. Do I believe in multi-worlds theory along with reincarnation? I'm not sure about that. You've earned a lot of merit this lifetime. Your next incarnation will be blessed. You think so, Booney? I hope so. Oh God, don't put me in an isekai. Oh God. I'm not sure I believe in multiple worlds. Maybe. Like, I do believe in reincarnation 100% though. Like, I stand by that. Like, reincarnation is real. But I'm not sure I believe in multi-worlds. Maybe? I mean, anything is possible. I mean, you guys, I was an atheist before I had my NDE, and now I believe in God. And I never thought I would believe in God because it just wasn't, like, relevant to my life. Like, I had bills and friends and, you know, rent to pay and, like, things to worry about, my job and, like, real-world things that were right in front of me that I was worried about. And, like, thinking about God and all that just didn't have anything to do with my life. So I never really believed in God. I mean, I was like kind of like believed in it when I was a kid, not really though. But and then I had this experience and now I believe in God. And the time when I reincarnated as a Vietnamese nail tech, best isekai ever. I could not do, like, it would be cool if there were multiple worlds though, right, you guys? Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Like, and you could travel between them, like D4C style. If you're a JoJo's fan, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like, do you believe you can be reincarnated to the time would be in the past to us now? Reincarnated to someone like someone in the 90s. I don't know. No, I think time marches forward for Earth. I don't know. Maybe you could be reincarnated in the past. I've never thought about that. But I believe that everything happens in like cycles. So like time repeats itself. So like maybe you would be reincarnated into another cycle that is earlier technically than when you died. I think God just watches us and then decides to influence things for the funny. I think God just observes us. Like, one thing I believe is that God is responsible for good and evil and everything in between. And so I believe God just kind of like watches us and he just observes but doesn't really do anything. Time marches on for whom the bell tolls. Yup. This is an interesting conversation. I was about to end my stream like about 20 minutes ago and then I kept talking. That's kind of funny. But what it was is my friend Booney showed up, and I didn't want to like end my stream right when she got here. So then I kept talking, and now look at us. We're like 20 minutes later, and I'm just talking about end of the world stuff. Do you guys ever think that we'll get to a place where it's like Fallout? I'm sure one version of me would like to unalive all of the other versions. Yeah, I know it's a Metallica song. Could you explain the cycles more? I just didn't quite understand completely, but want to. You mean like the cycles of time? Or like when I was talking about like I think time resets and restarts itself. So like you might be reincarnated into the 1990s, but it's not the same 1990s that we experienced, that I experienced, because I'm 38 years old. I lived through the 90s, right? It's not the same 1990s that is experienced now, because it's time ending and restarting again, like cycles of time. Does that make more sense? Like, I believe that, like, or were you talking about the never-ending cycle of suffering that us human beings go to? Because I believe that's what reincarnation is. It's a never-ending cycle of death and rebirth. And death, rebirth, suffering, death. Something like that. Spirals and cycles looping with time. Yeah, I do believe in that. I believe that, like, time will eventually end, right? The universe will eventually die. And then I believe that there will be a reset. That's what I think the Big Bang is. Just the reset. The reset of time. And it's an infinite thing that goes on and on and on. And then you're born. And you live your lives. And you die and you live another life. And you die and you live another life, right? Like, I believe in that. And that's what I meant by cycles. Sorry if that doesn't really make sense. I'm not the best at explaining things. I try to be, but not really. Yeah, I believe in time looping itself. And I believe that the longer things hang around, the more things repeat themselves. Yeah, and maybe that like would be parallel, but it restarts, right? So things will be slightly different. So maybe that would be like a parallel universe, like you were asking earlier about multiple worlds and stuff like that. Sorry if this doesn't make any sense. Physiological death and oblivion. Yeah. Think I explained it well. Okay, cool. Okay, so that was an interesting tangent that we went on for like 20 minutes. Is anybody doing anything interesting today? How is chat doing? You guys always ask me questions, but how's chat doing? Looking at the Fibonacci sequence gives me that feeling. It makes sense. Well, yeah, the Fibonacci sequence reminds me of that too, actually, now that you say that. You guys, I have like 4 bottles of water over here with like this much water in all of them because I drink so much water every day. Josh, you're not working. Let's be real. You're just sitting at work watching me stream. I went to have dinner with strangers after work. Now I'm going back home. Did the dinner go well? Was it fun? Did you meet anybody interesting? I know that's a lot of questions to ask, but yeah, you could just answer one if you want. Was it good? Played the Winter is Coming Project Zomboid Challenge and losing quite a bit. Oh, Winter is... Yeah, I played that a little bit and I got screwed up, Vertigooey. I know. Project Zomboid... Gosh, I haven't played that in so long. Maybe I should schedule a Zomboid day. Oh, you are actually working today? Okay. Working. Yeah, that's what I said. You know what? You guys, should I stream Project Zomboid tomorrow? What do you guys think? Let's have a vote. They were just talking about things I don't really care about. Yeah, I find that happens a lot when I hang out with people I don't know. I find that, like, PZ are beloved. I'm bricking SSDs right now. Oh, that sounds boring. Yeah, I should probably play PZ tomorrow. Maybe I'll schedule a stream for playing PZ tomorrow. I can do it right now, actually, while I'm on stream. Well, I'll do it after, but I can do it right now if I wanted to. Yeah, how long is it gonna take for projects? Dude, thank you, Astro. Like, when is Build 42 gonna come out? Trashing old clothes, gonna food shop in a bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'll play Project Zomboid tomorrow. It'll give me something to do different than just sitting here running my mouth. I haven't done PZ in so long. I have a save that I started on stream, you guys, and it was crazy. Like, I was playing so recklessly. I don't know how I survive in all these reckless saves, you guys. Like, I play super recklessly, and like somehow I made it like 5-6 days, maybe more. And like, I didn't have a weapon in the beginning, and I had regular population in Rosewood. And look, the population in Rosewood is a lot higher than it seems, right? And the reason why is because all the zombies on the road migrate into town eventually, and they start migrating towards you. People say Rosewood's a good starter town, but honestly, if you're just starting the game and you've never played before, I would say start in Riverside rather than Rosewood, because Riverside has a more manageable population for newbies. But because I was a newbie and I started in Rosewood, and man, I died a lot in the beginning when I first started. A lot. Because I didn't know what I was doing, and Rosewood has a much higher population than Riverside. And like I said, all the zombies on the road, right outside town, come spilling in. Eat a poisonous berry and die. I play so careful and do something dumb like travel to another city, eat a poisonous berry and die. Why would you go on foot? Riverside is where it's at. Yeah, Riverside's a great place to start. And it's small enough to where you can manage the population there. But I really like starting in Rosewood now, because it's like, it's pretty deadly. I can't do... Who all here starts in Westwood ever? Or West Point? I never start in West Point. West Point is like the worst possible place. It's worse than Louisville, I'm convinced. West Point is like so compacted, and there's zombies everywhere. You have nowhere to go. It is like such a fucking stressful time in West Point. Cause no car. I always start as a burglar and get a car. That's like one of the first things I do, because it raises your chances of surviving. West Point, I start in Twiggies sometimes. I have like a spawn thing where you can start in Twiggies at West Point. And dude, I usually leave town right away. Like, I end up being in West Point for a total of like 2 days before I gather some supplies and just get the hell out. It is worse than Louisville, right? Like, I'm telling you, like, Louisville is manageable. I love Louisville because of all the loot. I call it Lootville, right? It's just chaos. Yeah, West Point is just chaos. No, but I died so many times at West Point, just going to visit there and being like, oh, I'm going to just get some supplies and see what happens and get out. And I ended up just dying so many times. That's the thing in West Point. It seems like they always set off alarms. You make damn sure zombies can set... Yeah, I do that too. You know, a lot of people turn that setting off, Astro? I keep that setting on. I make sure they can bang on doors, and that... Actually, I have my settings set so that they open doors and windows, and that they can set off alarms. I like to... Because it keeps it interesting. Like, you know, you ever just be looting someplace and you hear a door open, and you're just like, what the fuck was that? That's a zombie coming in? You guys should definitely try to play with them, the ability to open doors. Also, give them navigate and the ability to hear you and see you from really far away. It's like playing with the Hive Mind mod. It's no joke. It's like playing, like, they will come at you from so far away. Like, I was doing a series for a little while where I had their senses all turned up. They could navigate, and like, they were migrating to an area where no zombies usually come, because of how much they could hear me. Like, me just walking around doing regular things, they could hear me from super far away, and they were migrating towards me from like West Point, because I was up at that house that's near that fishing spot. Navigate with zombies is terrifying. Yeah, so is them being able to open doors and windows, man. You think you're safe, you close the door, and then boom, they just hop through a window or open the door right up and let themselves right in. But it keeps the game interesting. After you've been playing for so long, the game does get easier. I'm sure everybody here knows that. The game gets easier after a while. After you've been playing for so long, the game gets easier and you need more of a challenge. This is why I kept turning my settings up, right? It's really scary when they can see you from super far away. Eagle Eye, if you give them Eagle Eye, it's like, oh shit. Also, on my server, because I have a server, we have night sprinters. Actually, everybody thank Nanaya. He's the one who gifted us the server. We have Night Sprinters on the server. And dude, it's like a horror movie playing on the server. It's so bad. Even canned food goes bad on the server. So I think Halo plays on it a lot by himself. We need to organize a night where we all play. Because tomorrow I'm going to play. And our game nights are usually Thursday. So yeah, we'll do a game night Thursday night. And we play on the server. You're welcome to join us, Vertigui. If you join my Discord, you can get the details there. The Discord is in the description. But yeah. Being a mechanic makes the game kind of boring. I don't know. I've never started as a mechanic. I always start as a burglar because I'm too lazy to like get my skills up to be able to get a car. I just start as a burglar, able to hotwire cars right away. But I wonder when Build 42 is coming out. I do. Because they said it was coming out the first half of the year, and it hasn't come out yet. And we're in the second half of the year. And they said it was coming out in 2024. Yeah, Vertigui, just join my Discord, and you just ask about it. And, yeah, we'll set up a night. Now, it might be... There's a lot... Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of mods on the server. So that could create problems with you trying to join. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of mods. We went kind of crazy with the mods. It's like a horror movie. We have Night Sprinters on the server. It's terrifying. It's truly a terrifying server. Yeah, I've done that before, the nomad thing. In fact, in one of my saves right now, I'm a nomad because I didn't bother getting a generator or anything, so I just go around from town collecting food and sleeping outside. Hacker voice, I'm in. Yeah, you'll have fun. Just at nighttime, make sure you're in some place. So safe, because sprinters come out and it's terrifying. Okay, cool. You might have some of the same mods I have. We even have the lifestyle mod now where you have to use the bathroom and shit. It's so funny. But yeah. So, having said all that, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream for the day, guys. Do you guys have any questions for me before I go? Or anything to say before I go? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Because I'm running out of things to talk about. But you can catch me in my Discord. Chances are right after I get off stream, I'm going to be in my Discord, just so you know. Like I always do. I don't have a job. The lifestyle mod update is good. Yeah, and I think you can paint with the next time they do an update. Alright, you guys. I'll see you later. I'm waiting to see if anybody has anything to say before I leave. I get anxiety about that. I don't want to like cut people off. I'm like, wait, I said bye and I said they can ask me questions before I go. So if you guys have any questions to ask me or anything, just say it now. Otherwise, I'm gonna go. I do work, but I'll have to see. I live in the UK time-wise. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you're kind of lucky if you live in the UK because I do the game nights during the day. So, yeah. But anyway, we'll talk more about it in the Discord. I'll see you guys. You guys have a good one. Everybody, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. And thanks for hanging around the whole time.